What if I told you that the most memorable part of your next corporate event won't be the expensive venue or the fancy activities, but something that costs less than $40 per person? I'm Thomas Maziman, CEO of TeamOut. We've helped over 1,000 companies, including Netflix, Reddit, and PwC, create amazing corporate events that transform team culture and build lasting connections. In this video, I'll reveal these 5 elements that most companies completely miss, and they have nothing to do with your budget size. Hit subscribe right now because I'll be sharing more insider strategies like this one every week. Today, I'm going to reveal the exact blueprint we use at TeamOut to create memorable corporate events that transform company culture and create lasting memories. By the end of this video, you know exactly how to plan an event that your team will be talking about for years to come, even if you have a limited budget. The first element might surprise you, it's food. But not just any food. Did you know that 22% of your total event budget typically goes to food? Almost as much as flights. Yet, most planners underestimate how much impact food quality has on the overall event experience. Good food creates excitement and anticipation throughout your event. When people know an amazing lunch or dinner is coming, they're more engaged during the entire day. Quality meals signal to your team that you value them. It's a direct reflection of how much you're investing in their experience. At one of our most successful events at Estancia La Jolla, we made a strategic decision. We didn't spend on an open bar. Instead, we put money into great appetizers, food stations for all diets, and an impressive dessert displays. The results? Attendees couldn't stop talking about the food. It became a natural conversation starter and created shared experiences throughout the event. Here's a pro tip for you. Balance between hotel meals and offsite dining experiences. Use breakfast and lunch at the hotel, then create memorable dinner experiences offsite. Here's my key takeaway about food. By strategically planning your food experiences rather than treating it as an afterthought, you will create natural conversation starters, boost engagement, and show your team they are valued. Don't forget that humans have been chatting and connecting over food for hundreds of thousands of years. Good habit don't die. The second element is counterintuitive and goes against conventional event planning wisdom. Most planners fill every minute of the day with activities, but we've discovered that the most meaningful connections often happen during moments that are not on the agenda. So when you overschedule, you prevent the organic interactions that build genuine connections between colleagues. Instead, include 2 or 3 hours block of free time where people can naturally gravitate towards activities they enjoy. At our own company retreat, some of the strongest bonds formed during an improvised sim sessions during sunset. And this was not on the agenda. During this free time, natural leaders emerged and pulled in more introverted team members, creating connections that typical activities often fail to build. This approach works because it allows for authentic connections rather than forced interactions. People remember who they connected with, not the rigid schedule you created. Okay, here's my key takeaway. By allowing flexibility in your schedule, you create space for genuine relationships to develop, helping other team members connect more deeply than through structured activities alone. These natural moments often become the memories people cherish for years. The third element is something that costs less than 3% of your total budget, but creates some of the most meaningful moments of your event. It's a simple $40 investment that creates more meaningful connections between team members than an expensive team building exercise that can cost up to thousands of dollars. One of our most successful strategies in building connection among coworkers is organizing a secret Santa with just a modest budget around $40 per person. During the gift exchange, team members show why they pick certain gifts. It's going to spark conversation about personal interests. People will start giving some work shout-outs. It's always a fun moment. I still have a beanie offered from someone from my team in the Dominican Republic years ago. Every time I use it, I remember that person. If you watch this, thanks Elena. Here's what I learned. Strategic gifting creates very strong connections that will last even after the event. And it's gonna deepen team bonds and positive feelings toward your company, all for a small part of your budget. It's really a great return on your investment. The fourth element is where even the best planned events can unravel completely. One small logistical hiccup can ruin an entire event that costs $1,000 per person. Yet a lot of companies still try to handle everything themselves without the right expertise. Clear communication is essential. Attendees should always know where to go and what's happening next. There's nothing charming in wasting 40 minutes of your precious time looking for a meeting space in a big hotel. Confusion creates a frustration that overshadows everything else. Define clear points of contact that attendees can easily find when they have questions. This will prevent small issues from becoming major disasters. Thoroughly vet all vendors, especially for critical services like transportation or accommodations. We once heard about a company that nearly nearly faced a legal disaster by hiring an unlicensed transportation company that didn't have the proper insurance. Having backup plans for important details helped avoid small problems turning into huge issues. At one of our first company retreat, my flight was delayed and I landed at 2 a.m. The car rental company had closed, leaving me and 5 employees stranded in the middle of the night. I had no connections, no Uber, and I was in a foreign country. I do not recommend that to anyone. Okay, here's my key takeaway. By giving the same attention to execution as you do to planning, you'll make everything run super smoothly. This lets attendees focus on connecting, not on logistics, making the event more impactful and avoiding expensive problems. The final element is what transforms good events into legendary ones. The difference between good event and an unforgettable one often comes down to a single unexpected moment that nobody saw coming. And it doesn't have to break your budget. Surprise elements create emotional peaks that become the defining memory of the event. But they must be tailored to your specific team. At one of our client events, we discovered a famous reggaeton bar near our hotel and arranged a private concert that became the highlight of the entire retreat. At a TeamOut retreat in the south of France, my co-founders surprised everyone with local singers during the dinner. They captivated the whole restaurant of 300 people, creating a magical moment no one expected. For a team that loves dogs, we organized dog sledding in Colorado, creating perfect alignment with team interest and an unforgettable experience. At our most recent TeamOut event, we had the idea to organize a paintball game with the whole team in the old house of Pablo Escobar. These moments work because they mix surprise with something that's personal to your team. Generic wow moments don't have the same impact. When it's personal, it really connects. Okay, here's my key takeaway. By creating surprise experiences that match your team interests, you'll make stories and memories that build company culture and team bonds for years. These are the moments that turn coworkers into real connections. Now you know the 5 essential elements that transform ordinary corporate events into unforgettable experiences. Strategic food planning, free time for natural connection, thoughtful gifting, flawless execution, and finally, creating highlight moments. The most successful events are not about spending the most money, they're about intentional planning that create meaningful experiences. Whether you're organizing your first company retreat or your 10th, focusing on these 5 elements will ensure your next event creates lasting memories and strengthen your team. At TeamOut, we've used these exact strategies to help companies like Netflix, Reddit, and PwC create transformative events that the teams still talk about years later. And you can apply these same principles regardless of your budget size. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss my upcoming videos on corporate event planning. And let me know in the comments, which of these 5 elements are you going to implement in your next event? I personally respond to every comment. Remember, be strategic in your planning, make it fun, and create positive memories your team will cherish for years to come. See you in the next video.